Returning home to nothing, displaced families in eastern DRC face dire humanitarian crisis. By the time Marie and her 3 children made the long journey back to their village in Ituri province, Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, they were filled with a fragile hope, the dream of finally returning home after 2 years of living in a crowded displacement camp. But when they arrived, that hope quickly crumbled. Their home was gone, just a skeleton of charred wood and cracked mud bricks. The fields where Marie once grew cassava and maize were overgrown and barren. The village school where her children once learned to read and write was abandoned, the roof torn off, the walls riddled with bullet holes. "We came back to nothing," Marie said quietly, holding her youngest close. No home, no food, no safety. Marie's story is tragically common in eastern DRC, where years of armed conflict have displaced millions. Now, as some families attempt to return to their villages following relative calm in certain areas, they find devastation awaiting them. Entire communities have been razed, livelihoods destroyed, infrastructure shattered. Agencies warn that eastern Congo is facing a dire humanitarian crisis. According to the United Nations, over 6.9 million people are displaced across the country, the largest internal displacement crisis in Africa. In many areas, those returning are as vulnerable as they were in the camps, lacking even the basics needed for survival: clean water, shelter, food, and healthcare. People are returning home, but the home they knew no longer exists, said Jean-Baptiste Mutabazi, a humanitarian coordinator in North Kivu. "We are seeing entire villages that need to be rebuilt from scratch. Without urgent support, these families are at risk of falling deeper into poverty and despair." In the makeshift shelters that now dot her old village, Marie and others try to survive on what little aid reaches them. Children dig for wild yams in the forest. Mothers walk miles in search of clean water. Diseases like cholera and malaria spread easily among the weakened population. Adding to the hardship is the lingering insecurity. Armed groups continue to operate across large parts of eastern DRC, making it dangerous for humanitarian workers to reach the most isolated communities. Fear hangs heavy over the returnees, many of whom fled massacres and attacks only months or years ago. Still, Marie says she would rather face the uncertainty of home than the hopelessness of a displacement camp. "This is our land," she said. "We have no choice but to rebuild it." But without sustained international aid for food, shelter, education, and peace building, the path forward will be brutally hard. As the world's attention shifts to other crises, families like Marie's remain trapped in a painful limbo, back in their villages, but with no true home to return to.